Everyone, Marshall here with a special announcement about the realignment going forward. We were blown away by the response that the audience gave us to our off-the-cuff reaction episode on Friday. We've never had that many downloads over a weekend. We've never had that many questions come in. So we've decided that not only we're going to integrate that type of discussion between Sagar and I much more going forward, we're going to do the same thing on Thursday officially. So a bunch of people said, hey, how do we get our questions? As we didn't really know this was going to happen. You can send your questions for that episode to realignmentpod@gmail.com, or you could leave a 5-star rating in the Apple Podcast app, or you could just leave a comment on our Substack, which is linked in the show notes as well here too. I just want to make a quick announcement around programming. Tomorrow's episode is about PayPal tech. It's by an author named Jimmy Soni. And look, let's get real. Like, this is totally has nothing to do with what's happening in Ukraine and the deep anxiety that everyone across the globe is really feeling right now. Unfortunately, because this is how things work, our producer Phil is actually out of pocket this week. So we didn't have time to spin up a different episode last second. So we're going to go ahead and post that episode. In a normal week, we would have just delayed it for a couple of weeks, but content is content. We've got to keep posting. So we're going to post that. It'll honestly be a good break from the news, which I'm sure people are going to need. But and this is the final note, all that being said, there is just so much demand for reaction and understanding and discussion around all these Ukraine topics that we honestly cannot cover this in 2 interviews a week. We can't cover it with Sagar and I as non-experts just talking about it and answering questions. So what I am going to do is that as long as this crisis is a thing, and honestly, moving beyond that, we're going to up the amount of content we're putting out. So starting Wednesday, we're going to basically put out an interview every single day as much as we possibly can, not to set the standards too high. We are going to talk about sanctions. We're going to talk about what this means for Taiwan. We are going to talk about insurgencies. We're going to talk about NATO, every imaginable topic. Not every single topic is going to be of interest to every single audience member. But what I want to accomplish with this is I want to, in 10 to 12 episodes, just provide a completely comprehensive, really bird's eye view of the Ukrainian conflict, Russia, and what this means for all of us. Because I think the number one thing that came through with audience members when I was talking to people this weekend, and even some of my friends that I saw back in Brooklyn, was this really feels like a pivot point where my millennial generation especially has the ability to think about things in a different way, to come to some conclusions about how we want the world to look like, and just really move forward in a way we haven't been able to in a very long time. So I want to do what I can in this context with this audience to speak to you all about all those topics. And I would love for you all to participate as much as possible. So once again, please send questions, comments, responses to realignmentpod@gmail.com, or leave a comment or on the Substack or a review on Apple Podcasts. I will see you all tomorrow, obviously, but in terms of real content moving forward, see you all on Wednesday.